मेरे पास केस आया था कि सर मैंने 3 दिन की दवा दिया है उसको, पेशेंट यंग है, अब सडनली एक्सपायर हो गई। पेशेंट के रिलेटिव का बोलना है कि कल रात को जो आपने इंजेक्शन दिया था उसके बाद इसका डेथ हो गया। नाउ डॉक्टर वाज फियरिंग दैट could be because of my medicine, and just even he wanted to wipe off the things and then willingly ready to give a death certificate. I got a call. I said, young female में तुम सर्टिफिकेट कैसे दोगे जब तुमको कॉज ऑफ डेथ नहीं पता है? मेडिकल नेग्लिजेंस का केस उसको करना होगा तो बाद में करेगा ना. टुडे व्हाई यू आर अट्रैक्टिंग अ प्रॉब्लम? आई सेड in-laws are ready to take a certificate, but what about their parents? If at all girl's parent comes and files a complaint against the in-law and turned out to be unnatural, what do you do? And actually it has happened. Things got postponed till morning 10 a.m. till the time parent of that girl came, and the parent has filed a complaint. Body was taken by the police, and when postmortem was done, it was found to be head injury. And when interrogation was done, it has found that husband and in-laws has banged her head on a wall, which led to head injury and death. If this doctor would have given a death certificate, think what would have been happened to this doctor? Who would have saved him? So, इस तरह के केस में you should be very cautious. You need to really think twice before giving a death certificate till the time you are not aware about the cause of death. So, with a fear, with the illusionary fear, don't give. I know one physician of mine who has taken a patient on Sunday. RMO was there who started the treatment. Doctor came around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, again continued the same saline and glucose, thinking of OPD patient, was knowing the history of the patient, thinking maybe weakness or something, just to, but they are not investigated to reach to the conclusion of the diagnosis of the particular thing. 5 बजे तक ये प्रोसेस चला, सुबह 10 से लेके 5 बजे तक. डॉक्टर ने उसको डिस्चार्ज भी कर दिया, लेकिन वो पहले घर पे जाती, उसके पहले when she walked a little, fallen and died. ये scenario situation में when the patient died, now doctor wanted to wipe up the things. The allegation on the doctor was done by the relative that last injection which you put on IV fluid has led to this. That's a big complex. Fearing that, they came to common consensus and death certificate was given, where doctor has mentioned myocardial infarction as the cause of death. Now, the relative of that particular patient has filed a complaint in a court of law for 1 crore compensation or 3 crore compensation, something like that. And the only point which he emphasized in a court of law, that when doctor was aware that my patient or disease was suffering from cardiac issue, ISD or heart issue, 10 to 5 what he was doing. Now this death certificate shows that my wife died because of myocardial infarction. So 10 to 5, not a single ECG, not the drop T, not the basic cardiac profile, not even a basic clinical investigation done on my patient to rule out if she was having MI. It is a sheer medical negligence, a deficiency in service. And if not because of myocardial infarction, then why myocardial infarction is mentioned in death certificate? So किसी चीज को डर के गलत भी मत लिखो, which cannot be proven in court of law. It is going to be troublesome to you. Death certificate, RBD Act definitely protect you, because RBD Act said you should give with the best of your knowledge and belief, which can be interpreted well in court of law. And again, the section 23 or 24 very clearly says anything done in good faith under this act is not an offense. So you can be protected by the law also, but if you have impliedly used your mind. But we don't use, we get fallen in trap and then we give a death certificate. Friend, don't do that. Please don't do that. Your medical certificate, your death certificate is only because of a registration number which is given by the various respective councils. Don't misuse your respective council's registration, which is because of your 5 years or 8 years of academic education we have got. क्योंकि एक भी केस में कन्विक्शन लग गया आपको, सजा लग गई आपको, जेल पनिशमेंट हो गई आपको, if you have been convicted, gone behind the bar, then suo motu action can be initiated by medical council for termination of your registration or permanent removal of name from the register. It is like a professional death penalty. So you should be very careful, friend. Now coming down to death declaration. Death declaration and death certificate is two different contexts and concept altogether. Death declaration means declaration. Death certificate means where you are writing a cause of death. Death declaration में cause of death का कोई role नहीं है. Now why this death declaration word came? As per Indian law, this is only a doctor who are going to certify the death. So death can only be certified by the doctors. That is a law. तो कई बार क्या होता है, पेशेंट पुलिस जाती है, हैंग्ड पेशेंट को नीचे उतारती है, पुलिस को पता है ये मर चुका है, सुसाइड हो या हैंग्ड हो. कई बार रोड एक्सीडेंट में पेशेंट मर चुका रहता है, डिजीज रहता है, पुलिस को पता है सब कुछ ऑर्गन जा चुका है, बट स्टिल पुलिस कैन नॉट टेक अ कॉल टिल द टाइम सम डॉक्टर सर्टिफाइज इट. नॉर्मली गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में जब पीएम को जाता है तो नेचुरली डॉक्टर सर्टिफाइड दैट डेथ. रोड से जब उनको आगे प्रोसेस करना है तो मेनी ऑफ द टाइम दे कॉल लोकल डॉक्टर, नियर बाय डॉक्टर फॉर डिक्लेयरिंग अ डेथ. इट इज अ लीगल ड्यूटी ऑफ अ डॉक्टर बीइंग अ रजिस्टर्ड डॉक्टर टू डिक्लेयर डेथ. नो, लेकिन डेथ डिक्लेरेशन में क्या लिखना चाहिए बहुत ही क्लियरली, व्हेन सच अ सिनेरियो सिचुएशन कम्स टू यू एंड यू हैव बीन कॉल्ड फॉर दैट, आप क्या करिए, सर्टिफिकेट लिखिए एग्जामिन करने के बाद. सर्टिफिकेट के अंदर वेरी क्लियरली यू मेंशन दैट आई हैव बीन कॉल्ड बाय मिस्टर सो एंड सो. उसका डेजिग्नेशन पीएसआई होगा, पीआई होगा, पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर होगा, पुलिस सब इंस्पेक्टर होगा, क्राइम, व्हाटएवर नेम, डेजिग्नेशन एंड if at all possible buckle number of police station, whichever police station you have been called, to examine the disease in front of me, whose name XYZ bracket में लिखना narrated by the police officer, or unknown लिखना, name not known, having identification mark, scar on forehead or mole or whatever, some identification mark. और फिर अपना finding लिखना, BP not recordable, pulse not recordable, pupil dilated, RR not recordable. Findings लिख के then you can write in disease in front of me is died or dead. इसको बोलते हैं death declaration. Nowhere you are mentioning cause of death. So cause of death need to be mentioned only in certificate, not otherwise. Death declaration is a different thing. Cause of death is different thing. So whenever you are giving a death certificate or giving a death declaration, you should know the difference of the same. अगर इस तरह का आप difference नहीं देखोगे तो you are going to indulge yourself in problem in litigation. So use your mind while giving a death certificate. Don't ever get influenced by the friend. Don't ever get influenced by police officer or any of the politician.